Well, greetings, this is Trev from OnlinePCLearning.com. I've got a great tutorial here today. I'm really excited about bringing you this information because I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 or later to be able to create fantastic looking brochures. Yes, brochures. Now, you might normally use Word, but using PowerPoint is just going to give you so many more features. I'll show them to you. Here's a brochure that you can download from the website. This is the front or the outside cover with our front, back and other page. Here's the alternative inside. This is a full poster inside of the brochure, and you can just change these images and text to suit yourself. Here is what we call a 1/3, 2/3 option with the same brochure, where we have 1/3 and 2/3 to the side, and here's the simple 1/3 brochure that you can choose. So I've given you 3 options for the inside of the brochure. Now, this is an orange theme with a picture background, and I'll just simply use Microsoft Clip Art here. And I've used the theme of fitness because I thought, that's the go thing at the moment, everybody's into fitness. So I've used that as a theme, but you can just put in here whatever you want, whatever images and text that you want to use for your brochure that you're going to use. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll show you quickly the other brochure you can download. So basically the same brochure, different colour scheme. This one's really pops a bit, doesn't it? It really stands out. Here's the first cover, the full poster inside for your brochure if you wanted. Here's the 1/3, 2/3 for that brochure, and here's the thirds. So that's what the tutorial's all about. You should have from this overview a good idea whether you want to continue on and learn how to do this, because I'm going to show you how. Well, firstly, open up a new PowerPoint presentation like we have here. Delete your placeholders. Go to the Design tab, choose Page Setup, and we're going to make this an A4 brochure. So you can choose Custom or A4. We'll choose A4, and make the width of this brochure 29.7 because that's the size of an A4 piece of paper, and the height we want it to be 21. Make sure you make these changes now. If you fail to do this now and do them later, it's going to distort your images and text and so on. Okay. So let's get started. Now the first thing to do is to go to Insert and Shapes. Choose a rectangular shape and just put it anywhere on the page. It doesn't matter what size it is or where it is. With that shape selected, choose the Format tab from the Drawing Tools, choose a line, and then we want to click View Grid Lines. Go back again, choose a line and grid line settings. I want to show you the settings. We want to snap objects to other objects. We want a space of 0.2 of a centimetre, and we'll display our central lines as well. Okay, so now we have all the grid lines on here. Just snap that up into the corner and drag your shape out to cover the first 4 full squares. Now, if you look at that, it should be 20 by 8 centimetres, which it is here. What you then need to do is just copy that shape and paste it 2 times. Drag this shape up and lock it into place to the right, and this one into the center. Now if you want, you could highlight all 3 shapes, hold down your Control key, highlight all 3, and with the Format tab you could group these shapes together if you wish. With these 3 shapes selected, right-click and choose Format Object. Click on Gradient Fill, and we're going to add our stops in here for Gradient Fill. We want it set to linear, and we want to set this to coming down from the top, which will be linear up, like so. Then in our Gradient Fill onto the left here, put a dark blue colour, which is a very dark blue colour in here. Even darker than that, I think. So we'll go to very dark. Add a stop in here and add something not quite so dark. There we go. And this one will be even lighter still. So we change this to a very, very pale blue. And our end one here will be white. Okay. Now what I want you to do with this gradient fill is on the second stop, get your transparency and just pull it over to say 10%, 9 or 10%. On the second one, take your transparency and take it up to 20%, somewhere around there anyway. There we go. And on our last one, our white shape here, take it fully up to 100%, and then close our document. Now we have the gradient going from here, nice line through the center, all the way up to white at the top. While the shapes are selected, go to Shape Outline and click No Outline. Click into the background of the document, right-click and choose Format Background. Choose Gradient Fill again, and you'll notice that the same gradient fill will be applied to the document. Close your document. Grab this first shape, and I've added up here Change Shape to my Quick Access toolbar. If you do not have that there, go to File, go to Options, go to Quick Access toolbar, choose All Commands, scroll down till you see Change Shape, and add it to your Quick Access toolbar by clicking the Add button. So we'll click on this shape here, and we're going to change this shape. And we'll change it to something just a little bit different, a little bit out of the way. We'll use this here, a punched tape. So change it to Flowchart Punched Tape. And now you'll notice it has that really nice curve at the top. Grab this shape, go to Format Shape, rotate, flip it vertically so that the dark section is now at the top and the light is at the bottom. On the Insert tab, choose Shape and grab a circle. Draw that circle in approximately this size. Click on this shape, the one we just formatted. On the Home tab, choose double-click the Format Painter and then click on the circle that you just put in there. Hit the Escape key, click on that circle, right-click and copy, and paste. Move this down to its new location at the bottom of the document. What I want to do quickly here is just make this background a little bit more contrasting. So right-click, choose Format Background, and in here, make this a black, and turn this into a dark blue, just to give it a little bit more contrast than what we have in the document already, and close that up. Alright, here we go. Right click on your slide at this stage, choose Duplicate Slide. Do that another time, and again, until you have 3. With this second slide, grab your shapes and delete them, because this is where it's going to be the full inner. With our third slide, which is here, grab these shapes and delete them, and pull this shape across to cover the area of the formerly 2 shapes. With our third slide, delete this, delete that, or delete that, go to Change Shape, highlight the shape, change shape, and we'll change it back to a rectangle. Go to slide number 3, delete the first shape, click and change Format Background, and change the whole background to Solid Fill, and we'll choose black, and close the document. With our third, we're going to change these shapes just a little bit. So click on all 3 shapes to highlight them and change the shape. Now I'm going to choose Flowchart Document to change them to. So you'll notice they've been changed around to Flowchart Document here. In fact, we'll just flip this one back around. So deselect, select this shape, go to Format, and then we want to go to Rotate, and we want to flip it horizontally around like so. With this shape, we'll spin it back over the other way. There it is. And what we're going to do now is something you probably haven't seen happened before. Just click on the shape, and we want to go up here to where it said Edit Shape. Click Edit Shape and then click Edit Points. Grab the corner here at the bottom and pull it down to around about there. Do the same here. Go Edit Shape, Edit Points, and pull this corner of the shape down as well. Straight line down to exactly the same spot. And do the same with the third shape as well. Edit Points and pull the shape right to the bottom, right to there. And that's just going to give us that nice flowing effect along the bottom of the document. You probably didn't know you could do that with shapes in Microsoft PowerPoint, but you can. And that's going to make our brochure just look a little bit nicer. Go to the third slide here, which is the one with the third two-thirds. Click on the shape and change it to the same shape as the other, which was this flowchart document. Change it to that shape. And flip it right around so that it goes the other way. So format and then rotate your shape. That's what we want. Okay. Now many of you may have seen in the introduction there was an orange style that we had, and you might be wondering, well, how do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. Click over here in the slide pane, hold your control key down and click every slide. While they're selected, right click and choose Duplicate Slide. So we've duplicated the whole 4 slides. Go to our first slide here, that's the duplication. What I want you to do is to add this gradient fill to the shape. Now I'll show you what it is. We'll just right click it and then format shape. And here it is here. It's a dark orange here on the left, a light blue in the center, and a very pale orange on the right. Now notice as we click through this, there's no transparency on the left. So we go to the center, we've got 18% transparency, and over here on the right, 100% transparency. Close that up. When you've done that, just click, and we'll use the Format Painter. We'll double click that again and apply it to all the shapes in our document. Now into this, we want to insert an image in the background. How do we do that? Well, we'll insert a clip art image here. You might have your own image that you want to use. I'm just going to use some clip art, and I think if we type in exercise, we should find the one we want. There's some really great clip art images in here. I'm going to choose this one. Here is the image. I'm going to choose barbells, bench presses, and blurry it's called. Right, so we'll click on that and drop it into here, onto our sheet. Now there it is. Okay, make sure you select the image because we're going to crop this down. We don't want the whole picture. So select the image, go to Format, and choose Crop up here. Now pull the bottom of this up until we lose most of the person at the bottom, and pull the top down just a fraction as well. That looks about right. Then click the Crop button. Now right click on the image and go Save Picture As, and I'd like you to save it, call it Picture 1, or let's call it Background, and save that to your desktop or wherever. We just want it there for just a moment and save it. Now delete the image off your slide. Click into the background, right click and choose Format Background. Go to Picture and Text Fill. Choose from File, locate that file on your desktop and insert it into the background. Now grab your transparency and pull it over to probably at least 50 to 60%. I'll make it 50 so you see it, but in reality to print this effectively it would probably need to be around about 60%. Okay, and then go Close. Now just simply repeat that process for the other 3 slides that are your possibilities for inner slides. Format Background, Picture and Fill, locate your file, here it is here, insert it in, and transparency of 50% is what we want, and close. So now we have all 3 or 4 of these slides. We have the possibility of the front cover here, we have our our full poster insert for our brochure. Now this one here, which is 1/3, 2/3, and then the 1/3 brochure. So you can choose. That's how we're formatting all the background. Now we're going to leave this tutorial here. There's going to be a second one to show you how to get the images in, how to edit the image, and we've got some really interesting tips and tricks with regard to these images to make them pop on your brochure. They really look nice. So stay tuned for our next tutorial. This is Trev from onlinepclearning.com. Don't forget you can download this file from the website. You can do the tutorial on the website too. All the instructions will be there on the blog. Probably a better thing to do. Thanks for listening once again.